Okay, this is Jim Aksamit, late April 2009. Yeah, Jim, when I watch you some of your butterfly here, the first thing I was struck with is the depth that your hands get to, and I think that's great. It, you're pretty rear end dominant on that. If there was a way that you could get your hands into it a little bit earlier, again, thinking about the skulls we've been working on, the fingertips below the wrist below the elbow, I think that would be pretty beneficial. Your kick timing is solid, but I think that as you want to go faster, we're going to want to, kind of like you're doing here, you set the tempo with your kick, and that's what we really need to worry about. Hand placement looks really, really good, and again, the kick tempo there is a lot more solid. Into the backstroke, you look at your hands are pitched at about 45 degrees. One of the things I like to see with that backstroke pull is for your hands to be perpendicular to the bottom. And off your walls, look at how you've got a lot of depth as you bring your feet down in that dolphin kick, but not a whole lot up. When you kick down that deep, it tends to, you create a lot of drag with your feet, and I think that's maybe why you're not as efficient a dolphin kicker as you'd like to be. Something to consider as you continue on in your swimming career. Try to even that kick out so it's a little more top end and a little less bottom end. Hands look pretty deep, going in pretty well. Bringing down a lot of air, part of that's because of where you're dropping your hands in. Remember, just outside the shoulders is where we want to set them. Breaststroke is actually really solid. From the waist up, doing a really nice job getting your hands forward and setting your head down, keeping your hips pretty high through the whole stroke. As I look at your kick, you bring your feet up, and you can go back and look at this again. Your knees go really wide, and if there was any way you could keep your knees a little bit tighter and kick your feet out a little bit wider and try to push back with the inside of your foot, I think that would help that kick out a lot more. See how flat your kick is from the front end here. What we're looking for is a little more roundness and a little tighter knee position so you can try to get a little bit more out of it. Into the freestyle. A better job than most in getting that elbow up. But then you've got to bring that hand down so it's almost vertical underneath the elbow and pull back in that position. You're pulling and your hands never really hook up on the water. You do a nice job of hanging on to the water, but it could be a whole lot more. And I'd recommend taking a look at that pop-off video that I favorited on the YouTube channel. Also, that Phelps video is a good one too. Doing a good job here bringing your hands down the lane in between your head and your shoulders. That's what we want. But I think to see a real dramatic increase in what you're doing, we need to get that elbow up a little bit sooner. Real nice tempo here. Real good back position. A lot of good things happening in your sprinting. Nice job.